So I congratulate you all who all have qualified for their masters NID. BDS results are awaited. So in today's session, let's look upon what do we have in our studio test, how to prepare for your studio test, and how to prepare for your interview round, which is the PI round. So welcome back to my channel, guys.
Hello and welcome back to my channel, guys. I hope you all are doing well and preparing well for your second round of NID and NIFT. Yes, if you are sure that you are going to crack the first round, आप सबने एग्जाम दिया है, आप सबको पता होगा कि what are the chances if you are going to crack your first round, तो उन बच्चों ने preparations तो अभी से शुरू कर दी होंगी. So now, in today's session, I am going to discuss about studio test. Yes, there are students जिन्होंने first round दिया है NID का, and now they must be curious to know that what happens in studio test. Unlike situation test, studio test थोड़ा तो different होता है. So I have multiple videos on situation test on my channel. You can go and watch those videos. Also in my next sessions I would be coming up with situation test videos also, but today I want to thoroughly discuss about NID Studio Test. What is it and how are you going to prepare for your studio test and interviews? So on that note, if you have not subscribed my channel, go and subscribe it, hit the bell icon for notifications, क्योंकि इतने important sessions आपको और कहीं नहीं मिलेंगे. So quickly, let's get started. So सबसे पहला सवाल, why studio test is required? Already you have given the round 1, the first phase of NID, where your sketching and rendering skills have been judged. कुछ GAT के questions थे तो आपके IQ levels की भी judgment हो गई है. Then why this studio test? So let me tell you very clearly that studio test is to judge your personality, is to judge that on certain situations how you react, how is your material handling. अभी तक आपने जो first round में किया वो आपने 2D किया है, आपने sketching and rendering की है. Now NID wants to see that how are you with the materials, how are you with the storytelling things, how do you react at certain situation. So basically in the second round, not only your skills will be judged, your personality, your impromptu reactions on certain things and the questions, these all areas you will be judged. Now I want to discuss one thing with you, and that is almost like there are 5,000 to 6,000 students who every year appear for National Institute of Design. Now from that 5 to 6,000 students, कितने बच्चे स्टूडियो टेस्ट के लिए सेलेक्ट होते हैं? एनी आइडिया? So yes, studio test में straight away there are 4,000 students who are like disqualify हो जाते हैं और 500 students to 600 students ही select होते हैं for the second round, which is called the studio test. मैं bachelors in designing की बात कर रही हूँ, masters में भी ऐसा ही होता है. तो only 500 to 600 students they are selected for studio test and interviews, and इसमें से भी for one seat of any stream, textiles हो सकता है, transportation हो सकता है, game design हो सकता है, हर एक सीट के लिए there are 5 to 6 candidates. So इतनी worth खुद को prove करनी होती है, इतनी worth आपकी दिखनी चाहिए NID में, तभी वो आपको select करते हैं. So moving back again to our main topic, and what is studio test, how are you going to prepare for it, what are the criteria which you are going to look, which they are going to look actually. So let's discuss that. Types of question which is asked in the studio test, and that is priorly the first one, material handling. Now you will be given with certain materials, and that might be rubber, like wire, jute thread, maybe any plastic bottle or bag or coffee mug, like plastic or like thermocol coffee mugs जो होते हैं वो. पिछली बार like 2-3 years back soap dispensers, not dispensers but the like जिसमें soap रखते हैं वो भी carrier वो भी दिया हुआ था. And there will be like these type of objects only जो कि आपको दिए जाएंगे, and they won't provide you or they won't tell you to use any kind of fevicol in that, any kind of like sticking adhesive. So the question arises ki arey, there is no fevicol, there is no feviquick, how are you going to manage sticking and doing all those things? Now here where your presence of mind comes, this is the way how they have put their questions to you, and now through the mechanism probably, or through the like knowing what material are going to be used in what way, like rubber की elasticity के बारे में आपको पता होना चाहिए, the way you are going to put it, the way you are going to like join certain things. हो सकता है कि उसमें आपको उसमें आपको फेविकॉल की या ग्लू की ज़रूरत ही ना पड़े. So this is how you are going to act on that very platform, because ऐसा हो नहीं सकता कि आपको questions का आइडिया हो जाए कहीं से एंड उस टाइप के ही क्वेश्चंस आ जाते हैं. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं होने वाला है एनआईडी में. एनआईडी स्टूडियो टेस्ट may comprise the first major like area, and that is material handling, where you will be provided with certain materials and the topic will be given and you will be making your projects. Now showing mechanism can be your one way of presenting your solution. It can be different for different types of students. It like different IQ के students का different level of execution होगा. So you need to be very calm, very composed, and like materials मिल गए and you just start with your work. ऐसा नहीं होता है and ऐसा करना भी नहीं चाहिए. Actually take 5 to 10 minutes on deciding, on thinking that what materials you are going to use where. Now that's why you need to plan your projects before starting. Secondly, मटीरियल हैंडलिंग के अलावा और भी कुछ ऐसे एरियाज हैं जहां से आपके क्वेश्चंस आ सकते हैं, एंड दीज एरियाज आर क्ले हैंडलिंग, ऑडियो विजुअल्स, स्टोरी टेलिंग क्वेश्चंस और ग्रुप एक्टिविटीज. Now yes, these are few different areas which might be new, जिसके बारे में आपने कोई रिसर्च नहीं किया होगा, कोई प्रैक्टिस नहीं होगी आपकी. आपको लग रहा होगा कि स्टूडियो टेस्ट और सिर्फ मटेरियल हैंडलिंग ही आएगा, तो ऐसा बिल्कुल ज़रूरी नहीं है. When you enter that campus and when you sit for your studio test, what brief will be given to you, you will be unaware about that, and it will be a kind of boom. Now you will have to get yourself prepared and be calm and composed in that situation, and then your mind will start working, because it's never going to be only material handling. Now there might be any kind of audio or any kind of visual that will be presented in front of you on the screen, and you'll have to like think about the story, think about the connection, think about the any color psychology, or you might be asked to narrate a story on the same. So it can be anything. Lastly, group activity can also be given to you all, in which maybe turn by turn or person by person you will be asked to explain your model or explain certain situation, or it can be anything. Now these are the variations of studio test. Now let's have a look on 5 to 7 tips if you are preparing for your studio test, and that is: number 1, take a moment to understand the question. Whenever question is given, take out time, at least 5 to 7 minutes, doodle it out, the possibilities of that very question, and then plan your execution. Step number 2, never overuse your material. Plan your materials according to the questions. Step number 3, try to show the mechanism of your model or make it in the working form. Step number 4, Do not write anything on your model, because many times you are advised not even to write your name or any quotation or anything on your model, because that will lead to disqualification. Step number 5. Make your model presentable and neat, simple, so that your ideas can easily be understood. Step number 6. If write-up is asked, crisp your write-up in 4 to 5 lines or 70 to 80 words, whatever it is asked or advised in your questions, and underline your major techniques and major ideas. Always mention the inspiration if you have taken, because that is going to enhance your model. Now let's come back to your interviews. Now सबसे पहले interviews के लिए क्या important है? Know your personality, know yourself. What are your hobbies? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Because many times it happens, the examiner asks about you. He wants to know about you, about your family, about your father, about maybe what kind of profession your father does, something which is attached to you or related to you, or maybe it might be kind of any incident that changed your life or any incident from your father's side. तो ऐसे कुछ questions होते हैं जो आपके interviewer पूछते हैं. It's not necessary कि आपसे हमेशा पूछा जाए about PM और the health minister. ऐसा questions बहुत कम ऐसे पूछे जाते हैं. You might get asked that why you are choosing transportation design, क्यों transportation design choose कर रहे हो, या फिर क्यों designing में आना चाहते हो, why don't you why aren't you choosing BCom or BBA, और maybe अगर आप science stream के हो तो engineering करने क्यों नहीं गए. So your inclination towards your this design or certain field, उसके बारे में आपकी क्यूरोसिटी जानने के लिए ऐसे क्वेश्चंस आपके एग्जामिनर्स आपसे कर सकते हैं. तो इन क्वेश्चंस को आप जरूर प्रिपेयर कर लेना फॉर योर इंटरव्यू पार्ट. नाउ व्हाट डिजाइनिंग इज इन योर माइंड. आपके लिए डिजाइनिंग क्या है? लाइक फॉर मी इट इज identifying few problems and proposing the solutions for it. Some unconventional uses is my kind of design ideas. Now आपका क्या है? ऐसे भी questions हो सकते हैं from your design abilities, the way you understand design, what help, what upliftment you are going to give to the society. आप कैसे helpful रहोगे society के लिए? So these all are the ideas, these all are the questions जिसके लिए आपको practice करनी चाहिए. And सबसे बेहतरीन तरीका यही है, you must study books. You must study books related to design, related to awareness, related to your field. अगर आप ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में जाना चाहते हो, टेक्सटाइल्स में जाना चाहते हो, फैशन डिजाइन में जाना चाहते हो, you need to know some fashion terms, some fashion studies terms related to your field. Some renowned designers related to your field, in whatever field you want to go. So यही वो questions हैं जो interview में पूछे जाते हैं. ऐसे ही questions होते हैं. So lastly guys, this was it for today's session. I have tried my best to put some light on what is studio test, what are the tips, interview tips and all. So if you have any kind of questions or queries, you can come to my comment section, put up your queries there, and I'll surely help you all. Till then, take care and bye-bye.